Hello, hope you're all well. Welcome to another video. This is a bit of a spooky chat because there's been so many things go on for me recently, and I'm starting to hear that some things have happened to you as well. So I have members chat going here on this video for the Orion membership, and I'm going to do that on all the videos now. So if you want to join the Orion membership at any point, feel free to. I will be doing live on the 1st of June for members, and that will be for Centaurus and Orion. So I hope you'll join me for that. I do also want to set up a discussion place on another platform and do some work on another platform as well. And I'm going to be doing some exclusive videos for the Orion membership as well. My guides are wanting me to explore some different stuff. It's almost like I had some time, a quiet time when with my mother dying and stuff, and now they're pushing me full throttle. And if you honestly, it's a very strange thing, but my mum is around me. She's been advising me on quite a few things, and we've had a discussion, and I feel very safe at the moment, something I haven't felt for a very long time. So it's wonderful when you get to feel and see, and everybody can do it. You just got to open yourself up to it, but in a safe way. So maybe get some discussion to try and help people to do that. That would be helpful, and some advice going that way. I've got lots of ideas coming up, so I think we should get other people trying to feel these things, because it's lovely, it's comforting. I've got two uncles here, I've got loads of people here, and I've got somebody, they're showing me the photographs now. My Auntie Marion is around here as well, and it's just wonderful. I feel really good about it. It's been pretty stressful for a while, so yeah, good feeling. I think my mother wants to sort the whole place out. We need a brush for this, we need to sort this out, sort that out. But it's nice, and yeah, after a lot of trouble, it's nice. So anyway, if you're new here, please subscribe. I want to get these messages out to as many people. This is what I'm going to talk to you about now. It's good confirmation of the angelic realm, life after death, all sorts of things. If you want the world prediction, the previous video, I'll put a link to this on. It'll be on the end screen as well at the end. That you can click on, because I've had a very strong prediction, and one already for 2024 as well. So check that out, okay? Because this is all relevant to it as well. And yeah, so lots going on. Let me know, on the chat what you're thinking, because I'll be watching, and I'll join in with you, okay? Right, so I've been talking about what I call, every time I say that, I think of Such Fun on Miranda, the mother. Narnia down the bottom here. It's because of my little wardrobe bit. That's why I call it Narnia. I have been seeing some really strong stuff. Now, I can't remember if I talked about it last time in such detail, but the other day I saw the San Francisco Bridge on there. Many strange things, so many military people. I saw a car going across it. I think I did mention that. But I've seen so much more since. And I get annoyed with them, as you know, because, well, they're like family. They're here with me all the time, and I physically see them. So I get annoyed. I don't always understand why certain things are happening or what they're doing, and it frustrates me. So I could see all, I shut them off for a while, and I could see all this top military brass. That's the only way I can describe them, standing. I don't know how I'm seeing into this other realm. If you're new here, I'm seeing into another realm, the angelic realm. But I'm seeing so many different people, so many different things. And I say it's on the back wall, but it's actually looking into somewhere. Now, normally I see them looking in to me, all the spirits and the ETs, all the people. Oh, that's the other thing. I've seen a great alien walking around here. So I've seen 3 of them actually, which is kind of odd, but not in a threatening way. And they're out there as well. I'm going to go through everything. If I've repeated myself, because there's just so many things, I don't think I am, but if I have, I apologise. But I'm going to go, I had to write it all down. So it started off, actually, it was a couple of nights ago. I had so many people standing in this room. I actually got upset. I was freaked out, really freaked out with it. And I could see demon faces. I saw a grey alien walking around. Oh, that was during the day. Everything was really strong at night. I was a little bit nervous. When I say grey alien, it was like, I thought, oh, is that one of my guides shape-shifting into one of them? So I wasn't sure about that, but robes on. So, but I've been seeing them, and sometimes they represent themselves in different ways. So they're definitely grey aliens. But they tell me very clearly in my head, not in the sense that you believe them to be, though. Okay, in a non-threatening way. But there's 3 of them. They're around. Now, I've seen demon faces. Now, remember, they want me to talk to people of that nature. But more in a, well, if you watch the previous video, the prediction one, that explains it more. They're not threatening. They're not scary. They're not in the, like, what's he called? Zach Baggins? Was it Bagans? Or however you say it in the US. The way they go on about demons and things like that. I think there are some really nasty things out there, but I think there are some damn nasty humans out there as well that you have to be careful of, and damn nasty humans in spirit too that you have to be careful of. But I think there are different elements as well that, are on that. I've been told that it's to keep a balance of dark and light, and that's from the angelics. That's from Archangel Michael, Metatron, and Gabriel. Okay, so in that sense, they want me to speak to certain ones, and I spoke to one called Galatea, and they just pushed that in with me when I was doing the channeling, because I was, no. Okay, so I'm very safe and protected, so don't go doing things like that unless you're protected and your guides have been telling you to channel messages for people or whatever, in a capacity like this, because you need to be safe, because I would not do this. Okay, they have asked me to. You need to go by your guides, your angels, okay, and always protect yourself. So I think they were trying to get me used to that. Now, so demon faces. Remember that they don't care what time of day it is. If I haven't been allowing them to come in, they will take the evening and they will go write messages, because they're on a clock. They're military. They function like military, this lot. And from what I've seen, they've been soldiers in every lifetime they've been here. They've also been mafia in New York, and I've said this before. No doubt to that. I think that's why they come with the trilby hats and they look like mafia. I'm not kidding you. Which is why I think they're a bit pushy too at times. So I have to read off here. There's so many things. And before I go further, so somebody asked me on my healing channel about hearing spirit, whether or not I was hearing spirit, or was it the tarot one? I'm not sure. But they asked me about whether I could hear spirit as in just through my own voice, or actual hearing their voices. Well, I've had that quite a few times, and I do hear them with their voices. I often hear talking. I hear music at night sometimes, and no, it's not upstairs, because I've been hearing that when I had my houses and everything. I used to think somebody had the radio on outside. It was so weird. So, and I've often heard men talking in the morning. In the morning, I often get lots of things come through that way with voices. So, spirit voices. And it was really weird. I heard, and I woke up, was it yesterday morning? And I heard, what was it? Oh, have you caught this morning? And I thought, And then I realised what he was saying. It was something like that, or very, very clearly it was a man's voice. And I thought, oh, he's talking about all the scandal that's going on with, if you're in the UK. I knew there was something funny. It's too good to be true with those two, Philip Schofield and Holly Willoughby, on This Morning and Daytime Show. And yeah, so there were a whole load of videos and things in news that Philip Schofield had left. And they were asking if I'd caught the gossip. Yeah. And then what was the other thing I heard? Oh, I decided I was going to do something with my books or whatever. And I heard a woman's voice say to me, but you can't do that. So, yeah, the answer is yes. To that question. I did answer you, but I'm answering it here as well. So there you go. Anyway, so that was a strange night. I was not happy. Yeah, and then San Francisco Bridge. Now, if I've mentioned this before, I'm sorry, but there was a car going along it, but it looked like a 1920s car to me, but a bit of a, as we say in the UK, you may say in the US, I don't know, or wherever, jalopy type thing. And they corrected me and said, no, 1930s. But it did not look 1930s. It looked more 1920s to me. So I'm not sure what's going on there, but they insist. Then I saw a 1970s Cortina that my dad used to have one of these years ago. And then I heard San Andreas. So they keep going on about this earthquake thing. Again, check out the prediction video. So this is on the back wall. They've now got me, I used to have to close my eyes. It's now more, please look at the wall. And I am seeing into these things are going, I can see the sea. I saw the sea at one point with a lot of, it's almost like the, wasn't the sea. I saw the sea. And then I saw water somewhere, stream, like, and they put drops in, or was it the sea? I can't remember now. Drops in, and then they keep showing me these circles getting bigger and bigger. Now, I've had that where it turned into a whirlpool, and then it turned into something in space. But I think I mentioned that on the last one. So they're moving around. There's all these people. And they're looking at me. It was so odd that they're looking at me, and I've always, it was really weird when I was on a cruise ship. I used to look out onto the water and I could see them riding around on horseback, doing all sorts of things, but over the sea. And I had this strange idea that what it looked like to me is they were on a platform looking in from somewhere. Well, now I'm seeing it the other way around. Things, anyway, so I kept thinking, is it like the Truman Show? Are they watching me? You know, like like the Truman Show, the movie. So what else we've got? Now I had a very strange thing. I had random people intensely staring at me in the morning. Now that they're the spirits who come in who are trying to communicate to me, and they're always like, I can see their images strong in my mind. I've had quite a few of them. And during the day, I'm going to go back the day as well, I had, now I believed And this man suddenly appeared with antlers on his head. And I swear that was Nathan, my main guy, because he said he embodied the nature of this. And it's like this the Herd and the Hunter type thing, this stag, you know, the antlers. But he wasn't a stag. But it was to do, they're trying to push this shaman, shaman, however you say it, because every time I'm asked to go into this meditative state to look at what's going on the wall, they're putting, I don't know, they look like columns in me. It's very odd at all different points. And at one point he asked me, "You can't feel them, can you?" And I went, "No." Well, that's good. Because I have one right through here, so I'm kind of weird. But he's walking around with his cloak thing on. I thought, oh, here we go. Because I was mourning at them. I was actually, when you can see spirit, if you look at your TV and there's nothing on there, have a look, you'll be surprised when you start seeing things, that what you can see standing behind you, in front of you, around the room. And of course I'm having a conversation, because they're usually on me. There's a guy who sits on me and he's talking away to me all the time. And your subconscious is definitely hearing, or your higher self, something is communicating back with these people, and you don't always know what you are saying to them. I know that sounds daft, but then you'll start going off and doing things or whatever. So it's almost like they're communicating with a part of you, your higher self, more than likely, and then it's filtering through and you go off and do things. But so I'm hearing that, and I'm not always hearing what they're saying. If they appear over my face, they're talking, I see lips moving, all sorts. Sometimes I hear them in my mind. Sometimes I have heard, well, you know, I've just heard things. It's a very, I can't explain it to you. I have, oh, right, he's pushing me, sorry. I have heard it out loud as well. And all right, he's coming, he's yakking, right? Okay, so he's in my ear. All right, I've just lost myself a little bit. That's a bit of FND. So I may look a bit absent. He's gonna get me back. Oh, you'll have to. I fell on the floor. I did something and he just picked me up. And he does. He just gets me off. He does not like me on the floor. Absolutely hates me on the floor with a fit. So anyway, I've lost my train of thought a bit. But yeah, really odd though. Communicating. It's just all of this communicating at me at once, and all of that kind of thing, all the things on the wall. It gets my head all over. So please forgive me. I am getting back to where I was. So this guy's walking around the room. Let's call it Nathan, embodying the energy, right? And then all of a sudden he came beside me and he got my hair and he went. Now, when I say he got my hair, it's like, I've talked about this before. It's almost like they take copies of things, or I don't know. But it was my hair, but it was over here, and I couldn't feel it on my actual hair here. He took the hair, and I knew it was coming from me, and he went over to the window, and I can't remember what he did something with it. Then he put it in a pouch with some other things, and then he gave to me and made me put it around my wrist, and theoretically it's still here, and that is to stop evil spirits around me. And he says I have a few that wander around, which they throw out. Yeah, and very odd. So I'm still carrying that. Theoretically I know it's there because he's just made my attention go to it. Now, I don't know if you can see, there's energy here. Okay? There is. You're going to show me it. There's energy. There's a face as well. There's energy. There's something there, but that's to ward off things. So I'm not quite sure what he did. But he's wanting me, I think, to go more into that. And I am on a healing channel that I've got I'm writing down like incantations and things like that. And this is coming from a past life. This is coming from some, and you'll see my nose occasionally will go more pointed. And that's because my incarnation from this previous life, Wisconsin in the late 1800s, is, she was a witch, basically. She was a good looking witch. You know what I mean. Not an old hag. Some people like to, I saw that on somebody's face once. She said to me there was an old witch around her, and I don't know if she thought it was her from a previous life as well. But when I first met her, I saw the woman go over her face. It was the weirdest thing. So, no, this woman was young because she was murdered. She was murdered. And anyway, she comes forward and she writes all these things out. And now they want me to keep a book of it all in. So it's kind of all for healing and creates more symbols. The symbols just come easy. I put my hand on the page and then all of a sudden I'm drawing the symbol. So for healing. But that's more, the symbol bit is from Egyptian times. So lots been going on. And yeah, so that happened. Now what else have I got to tell you? Oh, by the way, I did see me on holiday, which is good. That means I'm getting a holiday. I don't know when, but it'll happen. I'm waiting for my son to finish his course. I don't want to go alone unless I'm on a cruise. I'm okay if I'm on my own on a cruise. Anyway, now the other thing I want to talk about is what they told me is now the other day I felt yuck. I've been doing some work and I bent my head and it sounds like a real honey yarn, because I've got a curved spine, so it makes me feel a bit yucky if I bend my head wrong angle for too long. But I felt yucky anyway, and I had all these heavy thoughts, dense. It felt very dense in my head, and I suddenly realised it felt like, I know this is going to sound odd, but then I see images floating around. It felt like my thoughts were here rather than in here. That's going to sound really weird, but like the images I see, it's almost like the thoughts were there, and I was still connected to them. I still had a cord to them, and some of them were about my mum at the time, things like that. And I just thought, sorry, I don't know what, somebody's banged the door. Really very strange, and I don't know what that was all about, but it's almost like your thoughts can live outside of yourself or in your aura, and you maybe feel it there. Maybe that's creating thought forms. I don't know. What do you think about that? Yeah, I've put as though there were energy in my aura. Felt sick. Then I was told all of my thoughts are not my own, the empath thing. But I'm also, and then I was, oh, that's right. They did confirm I've always thought it's like the ball can't start. I'm connected to a hive mind. I'm connected to all of their minds. We are, they're doing the Borg voice, we are one. So that's kind of weird, but it's so I can easily communicate with them and ask them to do tasks and things. So my higher self is communicating at them all the time and asking them to do various things. And then there's the front piece of me, the ego, people call it, whatever, is asking them to do things as well, and is reacting to what's going on in life. And that's where all the difficulty comes through. So the higher self is, it's almost like in the back, and then is I'm getting this from them, operating the ego as a face, as the face, to interact easily with the world. And we'll get more on that at some point, I think, hopefully. So that's going on. Then we've got, yeah, look at this. Don't laugh at my drones. This whirlpool thing, okay? So yeah, I got drops in the ocean, so it was in the ocean as well. Did all these people. So anyway, I'm lying there and they're all, and it's getting more and more vivid. When I channeled today, I channeled outside and I could see these people, and they were on a dock and they were getting clearer and clearer and clearer, and they're looking at me. This lot though, before I started, it's like they were all waiting to begin. It's all the message. And I swear every time I see them, there are more and more people. Now I say they're over there, I could see people when I say people on the ceiling, images projected on the ceiling into this world. They're faded at the moment. This wall, everywhere I go, I can just see this realm. I would say it follows me, but maybe I'm following it. I don't know. This other dimension. So, now this is where it gets funny, right? Well, first of all, I was annoyed at them, and then one of these guys with a full-on military brass, I couldn't see who it was, but he was very important, and he did this to me from the other room. Okay, it's great. Nice, thank you. So this is where it gets funny, right? So I'm watching this, and then I could see all these people, and then there's this woman with the red hair in particular, and I've seen her so many times, and so it was almost like, you're on. So all of a sudden, a man got her on one side and another man on the other, and they helped her dress into this Elizabeth I costume, the works. Yeah, the hair was up, everything. And then they brought her forward, and then they made her bend over and put her head on this thing, and they chopped her head off. Now, it wasn't gory, it wasn't anything like that, and I thought, oh, okay. And they held it up. Now, the other day, when I was in the bathroom I went in, I hadn't turned the light on, and they're in there because they guard everywhere. And then one of them was holding up this head, and I'm thinking, oh, it's just getting worse. It's a message. And there were a lot of people in 18th century, and I was, oh, there it is. Act like a queen, don't lose your head, because that's like a Carry On movie. I don't know if you've seen it, about the French Revolution. Don't lose your head. But it was a message. So if I'm saying it to you, remember, if I'm telling you all this, it's a message for you as well. So don't lose your head. Okay. And then I heard the name Anne Boleyn. And I said to my son Evan, Anne Boleyn, but that's Elizabeth I. No, but Anne Boleyn was the mother of Elizabeth I. So I'm not sure why they were making that connection. Then I saw a man, long blonde hair, who I believe is Archangel Michael, with the bow in his hair. And they're talking away to each other, and one minute they're military, the next minute they're all sorts of different people, 18th century. And I saw pirates looking at me, and I thought, oh, is my work being pirated again? My books. Then I saw so many Navy commanders. Then I was listening to music at the time because it opens my mind up, and I was listening to they're playing it in my head, Chained to the Rhythm by Katy Perry. So they all turn, they're all in rows, they all turned and they started doing this to the music, moving to the music in unison, which was weird. And there was like thousands and thousands of these people, and I could see them all doing that in unison, chained to the rhythm. So the song is it's good. It helped me think about my divorce and how I had to change things as well. So good song. Check out the lyrics, they're definitely relevant. Okay, then I saw, so I can see the tail of this plane, this huge plane I talked about in the water, which unnerved me because I could really see the sea, and I mean really see it moving, everything. And Some of it's in black and white. Sometimes I get in colour, yeah, and I'm getting more in colour. So that's obviously, I'm hearing an upgrade, you know, like the Cybermen. So it's big tail thing, and then it's sinking. Then I saw somebody was walking along, and they started changing into different military, all these different people, as incarnations, I suppose, like this, and then other 3 people came behind them. I don't know where they were coming from or how they were doing it, but that they were doing that, and I was like, oh. Then I saw people scuba diving. It was like I could see the sea, but it's almost like the sea. I could see the level of it, and then it was hitting somewhere, and I could look down underneath, and I could see these people scuba diving, and I could see there was some sort of creature in the water at one point. I saw boats. Right, I'll tell you those bits in a minute. But all different eras, all different time zones. Then people looked as if they were in a cinema. Then that changed again. And they keep opening this book, flicking through pages and then shutting it. And they keep doing that to me when I'm watching the TV. But I'm not. I'm going to watch Emmerdale shortly, so that I don't know what I'm doing when I'm watching that. And then scuba diving, and they went down to the bottom and they peeled something back, and I thought, oh, this is where we'll find out it's all the grid like Star Trek, and it's a holodeck. Pulling it back, and it did look sort of like a grid, but then all of a sudden Atlantis rose, and they showed me the like the Stargate one, because they're not showing me the full chunta, as they say, the full what they want of Atlantis yet. They just keep hinting at Atlantis. Again, reading a book. Then I was told, you are a time lady. Instead of a time lord, time lady. They always tell me I'm out of my time. I'm not just out of my dimension or realm, I'm out of my time. I'm further forward in the future. So I don't know. Then I saw angels, men in those elaborate costumes. One of them, I believe, is Archangel Metatron, Archangel Michael. He had elaborate dress, but he had armor on as well. Okay. Wow. So I go back to these bits. Keep seeing the man on the bike who follows me around outside. Then they showed me in my mind. I was like, I was riding the bike, that movie, The Great Escape. And I was like Steve McQueen on the motorbike, trying to get over this barbed wire and trying to get out. And I am trying to get out of various situations, and I want my life to progress and move on. I keep saying to them, oi, time's ticking. And go, let's go. Then they referred me to mortal engines. Now, they talk a lot about engines and propulsion and stuff like that changing. Because they keep showing me a plane tire, they keep rolling around, and different machines, very odd looking machines. Steampunk reference, a lot of steampunk reference. My steampunk hat they had on at one point. Lots of steampunk stuff still. And then it's really weird. All of that's going on then. All the men in black, my shadow men, are standing in front. And if anybody gets back, you know, and they crowd control. That's what they do. Crowd control. And then there were more and more people. Then they told me I was forbidden to fly. Great, because I thought about flying somewhere. I don't like flying particularly. So I don't know if this electromagnetic pulse thing is still hovering around. Then I saw more planes sinking. I thought I was going to go back to my writing the other day, and they immediately showed me a Concorde hitting the water and going down. Because I used to imagine Concorde just going like that to get my books going. That was because that's ambition. But no, straight in. So that was kind of scary the other day, but you know. Then I saw the man on the bike, alien faces again. The man on the bike with a monkey on his back. Now, I've been saying that since I was in my house years ago. So I don't know if that's a reference to having, you know, the saying monkey on your back. Oh, he has a monkey on, but I don't know. Then everyone was turning to look at me. And then I saw more pockets of different things going on around the room. So then I did see when the Atlantis bit a pyramid, the shape of one, and then they plunged it into the sea, and there were dolphins, and oh, I just had to get that out. Sorry, there's so much going on. I love your thoughts on the chat in particular, and comments about what you think is going on here. You know, why are there so many people involved? They're not like the people or the souls who are supposedly coming. Well, they are coming. I mean, coming to this world that we saw, and the 144,000, all of that stuff. They are involved in this, and I think they were trying to show me that I wasn't alone, because I felt very lonely, and they have kept me sheltered and away from a lot of people, as you know, and there's just no chance of anything at the minute. So it's like they're surrounding me with people. So I don't, and my family, yeah. So it's really, I'd love to know what's going on. But there's definitely warnings about San Francisco and the Bay and the earthquake stuff. And check out the predictions video. I'd love to know what's going on. It is, I just sit there with my eyes going, wow, what's happening? And I know there's so much more to come. So let me know what you think. Let's start a discussion. I'm still trying to sort out a place for us to do something like that in great detail, and to do other things. But for now, we'll have to do it this way. And yeah, very interesting. Let me know what you think. So if you'd like to book a reading with me and Angel Life Path reading, please do so. I've got the subatomic Reiki healing as well, which I'm showing on. There are different versions of doing it. They're sort of like shaman. That's what they want me to tell you, that there are certain different types of healings I'm doing on that channel, but they're all, you know, connected to this subatomic Reiki. So if you want to check that out, I will be offering the different incantation one soon, apparently. But for now, it's almost like traditional, it's all distance healing, Reiki healing, but it's my version of that. So check out the channel, links in the description. Check out the website with the readings on, and all the things I offer, and the healing. Join the channel for members chat, extra videos. You have to be for members chat on these videos. It'll have to be around. I am doing a live on the 1st of June, but again, it'll be members for members. So if you want to join Centaurus or Orion for that. And is there anything else I need to say to you? No, please like, share, subscribe. Yeah, that would be brilliant. That's enough. You know, that's great. Thank you. Okay, thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for supporting me through this very difficult time that it's been for me. And, you know, it's just wonderful. Thank you. So privileged to be able to speak to you. And, you know, let me know your experiences as well. Okay, take care of yourselves, and I shall see you next time. Bye.